Hi, this is a video about what is a map. I know you think you know what a map is, but this is going to be an overview of different types of maps and different ways we use them. The map that you're most familiar with is probably something called Google. You can look that up on your phone, Google Maps, and it gives you directions. You can ask for directions and then it'll actually tell you when to turn and when to do all sorts of things. And Google Maps will also tell you particular locations. So you can see here on the example, I've actually got an image of Jamison and it's got the Bendigo Bank, it's got Coles, and then it'll label up different things, whether it's food or a fire station and things like that. Different types of maps though exist, and this is what we call a topographic map. Topographic maps, if you've ever done orienteering or you've ever gone camping and walking in the bush, you may have used a topographic map. The reason why we like topographic maps is because it tells you how steep things are. Okay, so it actually tells you whether or not there's a hill or a mountain or something that you have to climb up, and you can see here when the lines are closer together it means it's steeper. So on this example here down the bottom, you can see here that it's got close lines, and then it's got on the other side it's got lines that are further apart. That means you're better off going up the side if the lines are further apart. So topographic maps are used in order to be able to help people work out where they are in the bush and also whether or not they should be going in a certain direction. Then of course there's the maps that you've seen where you've got the actual countries, and this is a map of Australia. It shows major cities, minor cities, it shows different pieces of information, and these are maps that you've probably seen a lot of. So if you open up an atlas, you've seen this sort of map before. There are even maps of the seabed, and the reason why we use these is to tell people where they're actually allowed to go in relation to fishing. And you can see here on this map that we border up with New Caledonia, and then that means that New Caledonia can fish in this area and Australians can fish in this area, but we really can't fish in each other's waters. The other thing, as you can see, is here it shows you in the darker blue and the lighter blue, it actually starts to show you the sea floor, and it shows you where things are deeper. And the reason why we need to know that sort of mapping is for shipping and for a range of environmental protections that we can do, and where where basically boats can go. Then of course we have maps of the stars. We won't be talking about these, but I just thought it would be cool to show you that they actually do map stars, and that's a picture of the stars over there in the black, and then they actually just map it out on white and black so they know where all the stars are. Then you can have things like thematic maps. So this is a thematic map. It shows us the vegetation of Australia, and it shows us the different colours represent different types of vegetation. And so these are, it could be vegetation, it could be all sorts of things, but I've chosen that one. And it's thematic because it's showing us a theme of a particular aspect of a country or location. And so we call them thematic maps, and they're done in different colours to show us different meanings of what's going on. So, yellow probably means not much vegetation at all, and the dark green means heavy vegetation. So this is a choropleth map. You'll be doing one in class. Again, it's colour, but it's only one colour. And the reason why it's only one colour is because the darker the colour, it's telling you more information. So here, this was a choropleth map of coronavirus. It's quite old, so don't worry about that. But the darker the colour, the more cases there have been, and so that tells us information visually about things that are going on. And the reason why we use the colour is because it very quickly gives us information about what's going on, but it's still a map. Another way we do this is with bubbles. And so the bubble map tells us, again, the bigger the bubble, the bigger the problem. And this is another way of representing information. So it's the same information, it's just represented in a different way. But this is different ways we use maps, the different types of maps that we have, and we'll be talking about these in class a bit. It's important to know that there isn't just a map of Google, but there is a whole range of them. Some of them are about direction, but some of them are actually about information about where we fish, where we have plants, and extra information about what's going on around the world.